Okay, welcome everyone. So let's get through today. So a bit more here for our commercial strategy meeting. So I'll kick it off with apologies. And I know that we do have one from Councillor Oliver, who's now stepped out. We have one from Raymond Kinsell, and we do have Gay. Thank you for attending over there. So what's Raymond, sorry. So here we go into it. We have no matters raised around a minor nature, conflicts of interest. No conflicts of interest, thank you very much. Chairman's report as of everyone. I'll move the apologies. Someone might have move those. So Councillor Riley and Councillor Parker. Thank you. Chairman's report, as everyone's indicated, in various council meetings and workshops, obviously through the COVID and various participations, mostly on Zoom. So I'll move those. Give a seconder. Councillor Gilchrist, thank you very much. All those in favour? So moved. The confirmation of minutes. I'd like to move the minutes. Councillor Wills and Bishop Mayor. All those in favour? Against, so carried. So what I'm going to do is just going to mix this up a wee bit with your indulgence because we do have some people waiting from our development, so we'll jump down into that and we'll go to, if you'd like to come forward to present, and what we're going to do is go directly to the quarterly report, just so we get the BAU out of the way from that perspective, and then we can actually then move into the statement 10 where there should be some discussion. So without further ado, thank you for your time waiting. It's been a bit of a drag, but like usual, so if you'd like to carry on to that report.
Thank you, Your Worship, Chair, Councillors. Just to give a bit of background, the quarterly report obviously is through January to 31st of March, which was a different time. So we've got a little bit of work around the COVID situation as well and going forward, so to speak to that. We have been here a wee while. We enjoyed the debate though, particularly around the Masters Games, and it did bring to mind that there's an opportunity probably, and we'll be giving guidance to our Chief Executive to liaise with Council about the best approach forward for our respective organisations, so that we can make sure that ratepayer money is best spent now that Aoraki Tourism under Aoraki Development fills that RTO function. So I think there's an opportunity there as well. I just wanted to know. So it was time well spent, so thank you for that. So we'll take the report as read. I'll hand over to Nigel as Chief Executive. Before I do, I'd just like to introduce Raylene Dejoux. Raylene is our Deputy Chair, so she's come along as well. And she's been a great contributor to the board and my backup. So thanks for coming, Raylene. And now I'll hand over to Nigel.
Thanks through the Chair, Your Worship, and elected members. Thanks for the opportunity to come along and speak to you today. There are two documents. There are two documents in front of you today. One is our statement of intent. We submitted that draft format as required by the 28th of February, which was, I believe, tabled and discussed by Council in March. Bearing in mind at that stage, the decision had been made to transfer a transition tourism back to us, and subsequently, in discussion with Donna, we populated that with some of the tourism information as well for a focus for next year. So, but yeah, on the quarterly report, I thought it was really prudent that, given that it is the March quarter, the fact of the matter is those last few days of March, everything sort of turned on its head, but so I thought it was appropriate rather than wait until September for the June quarter to provide some commentary around COVID. So I'll take it as read. I'm more than happy to take any questions or comments specifically in relation to obviously I presume Mr. Chair will call your report first, and then so on. So, okay.
Okay, with that in mind, we'll open to the floor for questions. I just want to point out that Councillor Booth is to get a conflict of interest, but you can still set up your Councillor Booth if you want to, but once that much sense from a different perspective, it's not a problem. Any questions? Yes, Councillor Booth.
Just in regards to the feedback from the community at the moment, how many inquiries are you getting from the commercial aspect? We see what's going on in the chamber environment, but also from the community perspective. Do you get much come through to you through the doors and runs at the stage? Is there a common theme amongst them?
Thank you, Councillor Wills. Yeah, look, the Chamber are taking quite an macroeconomic role around that advice and support direct into the businesses. And what we've been doing is over and above the phone calls that we've received directly, we've also been in contact with our different industry sectors through business connection groups that we've got. Look, I think it's fair to say that, you know, the COVID has had a substantial impact through our national and our local communities, and it will continue to come in waves. I think that a number of decisions, unfortunately, were made, like, if I can use the term, a possum in headlight, because it hit businesses so quickly. They were well intentioned. I think the support of the Chamber, ourselves, and Council through the work that they've done and others has been extremely well welcomed by the business community. We've taken purposely some of our team, I was going to use the term walk the streets, but that's probably not the right term, but we've walked down the main streets of Timarutu and Geraldine, spoken to those business owners, both on the challenges, the issues that they're facing, promoted obviously the regional business partner program that the Chamber operated, also our repurposed professional services grants as well. The buy local has taken off as well. The interesting thing, I suppose, where we're sitting now is that when we went from level 4 to 3, that window around, if I can use the term, forced innovation or forced change for our business and wider community was still open. As level 3 has relaxed into level 2, and then 2's relaxed and then now become 1, a number of our businesses have taken it as a reality check or a reset button and are still heading down, well, how can I operate better? How can I meet the market? How can I engage with my customers? Is my supply chain right? But I think it's fair to say that some of that direct motivation now, we're pretty much back to business as usual, has dissipated a wee bit. But that said, I'm firmly of the view that the suffering, I suppose, if I can use that, or the pain throughout our business community and indeed our wider community will continue to come in waves as the wage subsidy comes off, as you know, our rural contractors, machinery breaks down and the part needs to come from Italy. Those sorts of things, supply chain, and the time it's taking, I suppose, our business community, regardless of the industry sector you're in, for their cash flow to reignite, their customers to interactions to restart, that's different right across the board. So, but look, in general terms, we are, as I have said on a number of occasions, and I know your worship has mentioned it as well, we are in a very good place compared to other parts of the country. We have some very strong foundations of which to bounce back stronger, but that in no way undermines the fact that there will be some sustained period of pain in various parts of our community. And we collectively, I think the support that Council has given our wider community throughout this has been excellent. So I commend your worship and really the members of the STEM staff on that. And, you know, there's been some really great work done around the engagement in our communities.
And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is the very reason for having AREC development, you know, the on the ground and in that, right in that space, just to really show your wares and get on behind that community, and that's what you need for as CCO. So I'm mindful that about any other questions you might have here in relation to that. Yes, go ahead.
Would you, with the discussions, but would you be able to talk to some of the work you're doing about procurement, not just what you said, but, some of those targeted businesses and opportunities?
Sure. We engaged with an entity called the Kenya Foundation towards the last part of end of last year, which was around social procurement. So that's more than just buy local services, the commercial aspect, I suppose, of procurement. And at that early stage, we had some discussions with DHB, Prime Court and some others, and to, I suppose, socialise what social procurement is. And it is actually about the support of a community. There's work that can be done, I believe, as a collective of some lead entities. So in recent times through COVID, we engaged with yourselves, DHB, Prime Court, Sanfords, and we're underway with Fonterra as well, around these lead procurement companies taking a lead role in this space. And that's instilling a social procurement culture throughout, and a number of entities, the ones I mentioned, are doing some good jobs in some places, but like anything, we can all do better. So, we have got buy-in from those companies or those entities that I mentioned, and I believe there's some real value in those entities taking a lead position in this space, and others will follow. Now, the one comment I will make is that I'm well aware within council that some work has been done at the moment. Our role with the Kenya Foundation is facilitating that conversation around understanding where each of the organisations are at the moment, what can be done given the conversations that Kenya has had at a national level with the likes of Auckland City Council, the Fonterras, the Sanfords, the NZTAs and others. They've been looking for a really well-connected community to bring it almost from the bottom up, if I can use that term. So I'm really excited about the opportunity, and I know those that I've engaged with and those entities I've mentioned, including yourselves, are equally as excited.
Yeah, thank you. Look, and I think it's interesting to make the point that this is the work that we were doing pre-COVID, which is really important. So it's an initiative we've taken. And also, I guess, for businesses like ours, we probably need to tell the story a little bit better, don't we? And so we are doing a lot of really good stuff and supporting local. And a lot of those businesses are, we just need to shout from the rooftops a little bit more. And by shouting from the rooftops, a lot of other players will follow. So it's really important. Thank you.
And so just one point I'd make on that, I call it anonymous giving. A lot of our entities, those larger procurers, are doing that at the moment. And it's not putting your hand up saying, gosh, aren't we good, this is what we're doing. It's actually getting that message across that we as a local organisation are supporting our local community by doing this. And it's more than just buying local or sitting or waiting on a local supplier of goods and services versus someone outside of the area. It's instilling that culture. It's a bit like health and safety when it first came in. This I'm doing a good job here. That's now a culture. Sustainability, environmental is a culture. Social procurement needs to be and should be a culture in all organisations.
Thank you, Nigel. I think this might be a really good opportunity just succinctly maybe to just tell us in a snapshot where we're at with the Reignite Connect, how that's developed, how quickly it comes to say some of it we would land as well, if possible.
Yes, on this, I'm a panel member of the Development Act as the Secretariat, obviously our chair is the mayor, but we have very much landed on some very clear focuses that are largely recognition, to be quite honest. The response of the district has been really well done right across the board. Social services, we've had some very good feedback or information come through from the likes of Presbyterian Support or YMCA that are sitting around the table, and getting some youth around the table at the last meeting was excellent as well. I think it's fair to say that the theme that came out, and we're about to finalise the plan over the course of the next week, and the big theme that came out is playing to our strengths, being clear on what we're good at, not trying to be something that others want us to be. And clearly locally, we have a diversified industry sector base, which is largely primary based, manufacturing, trades, professional services that are aligned to that, and education and health. So we've largely got a pretty full package. But by the same token, we need to make sure that, it's a funny saying to say, but no one's left behind with this. Really important we look after those in our community that have been disadvantaged through the course of this. And some of that intel that we got through from the social services was a wee bit eye-opening at times, but that's what we need. And the recognition panel or the strategy to be able to go across our whole community, not just from an economic recovery or a social recovery, but that wider perspective will be extremely worthwhile. So within the week, we will table the draft plan with the panel within the course of the next week, and we will look to get that out sooner rather than later. Is there anything to add, Your Worship?
No, I think it's pretty well covered.
Thank you. Someone like to move that that report be accepted. Councillor Gilchrist and Councillor Wills. All those in favour? Against? I'll persuade from the on thank you very much. So we'll move back up into 7.2 on page 3 to 7 and look at our developments statement of intent. And the comment I want to make here is that there's always seems to be questions around where ARAC development sits, what their function is, what against other entities within our community link. So I hope that everyone's really read into the statement of intent, what it's for, what it's about, and what the drivers are, and things like that. So that we when we're functioning around that, exactly what's going on. So that for the if you'd like to speak to that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I guess I was just going to intro it with, we've had 2 bites of this one, which was the economic development part, which was submitted originally, and then we've had the tourism review subsequent to that. So appreciate your patience on that as well. We'll take this read in terms of the detail. Nigel may have something he wants to raise, and then I'll hand over for questions.
Thank you. As we've mentioned when the decision was made, we're really excited to align the economic development strategy as well as the visitor strategy. There's a lot of synergy, especially when it comes down to one of our biggest focuses, which is around the sustained and extensive promotion of the district. The language or the message around attracting visitors to attracting workforce and attracting new business isn't largely different at times, but we were really thrilled that when the responsibility for tourism came across on the 28th of April, less than a week later, on about the 3rd of May, we launched our Escape to Timaru District promotion throughout the South Island, which has gone gangbusters, for want of a better term. And to be honest, our focus here is that we have, in the year 2019, 230 million has come into the district as a direct result of visitor spend, of which 85% or roughly 195 million has been from domestic. Now, our focus, as it needs to be, is being hell-bent on protecting that 195 million for the sake of our local businesses and to grow it. We're in a really unique position in terms of the existing strengths that we have got, Central South Island location, connectivity, etc. That's a sustained and a very prominent promotional campaign which was kicked off on the 4th of May. It goes through for 10 to 12 weeks and will evolve from there as well underway. Couple that with our buy local as well. So yeah, busy times, but exciting times for us.
Any questions? So I'd like to point out there are some financial matters in here that they go push forward into the annual plan, so for that meeting, for that discussion. So that's where those are all for, and so we can discuss them there. Any other questions? Someone like to accept that Councillor Lyons and Councillor Parker. Any further discussion? All those in favour? Against? So moved.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much.
Right, we'll jump back up into 7.1 on page 10, and that's the LGFA trust deed amendment. Thank you, David. I'd like to lead things back. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've had the reports read, and I'll just do a bit of an overview of what the LGFA is. The LGFA is effectively the bank that we go to borrowing. So, back in about 2010, I believe, the national government set up this fund to help governments, help councils borrow funds for their construction needs. So that was one of those things that were forward. Before that, we used to either go to a bank or issue our own bonds. And the last bond that we issued has just been reviewed this year through the LGFA. Before that, we could go to the public and issue our own bonds. So what LGFA have done is we're a guarantor of the LGFA. So there's three classes of borrowers. You have a shareholder, you have a guarantor, and you have just what is a borrower. Because there's no opportunity for us at the moment to join as a shareholder. That was the initial uptake of the scheme was won by a number of councils, and we didn't uptake that. We are a guarantor because our total funding from the LGFA is over that $20 million. You know, $20,000. So when we go over that $20 million threshold, we are required to sign onto the scheme as a guarantor. So what that means is we're effectively responsible for our share of based on our rates of income, over the rates of income of other councils is a factor of minus 0.9% of the total loan book. We're required to guarantor that. The risk for us as a council, for us to be called on to pay our whole $101 million, you have every other council in New Zealand to hold and not be able to recover their funds. So there's minimal risk. It has the same credit rating, I believe, as the New Zealand government, so it's quite high quality debt that we're guaranteeing. So this is an amendment that the report, what it will mean CCOs, such as TDHL, will be able to borrow from the scheme at the rates that are available to councils. This is effectively an option for cheaper debt, and you know, this is attractive to especially other CCOs like Dunedin City Holdings who do the treasury management, Auckland, and Christchurch City Holdings. A lot of these councils will be seeing this hopefully. So there is opportunity for us to, for TDHL to decide to head down this road. So the other amendments is a form of security. You will take out a fixed term bill when you take borrowing notes, and we're talking about suggesting that they increase the amount that we need to borrow. They are held in deposit, and once that bond is matures, we get that money back. So it's a form of guarantee. I'll leave it at any questions.
Is the floor for questions? Councillor.
I guess the main reason, Dave, is that so is our CCOs, so we go to the parent, the borrowing funds, and make you their better rate.
That's correct. So what I will used to happen was someone like Christchurch City would borrow from the LGFA and on fund full margin to Christchurch City Holdings. So it's actually giving holdings companies or CCOs the ability to directly deal with LGFA.
We can see it on our company. We've been doing that with holdings.
It's a decision for the directors of THL to discuss. At the moment, we do get cheaper commercial rates because of the own capital that the council holds in THL. So we do get cheaper rates, but this is a cheaper still by about 5%. So there is that policy.
And of course, there's always oversight now in terms of, it's easy to say that mechanism is they can go directly and borrow that under the new sort of terms of agreement that we're going with GDHL, that's not something we can do without consultations. There's always that back and there. Any further discussion around that? Someone like to move? Commissioners have moved, your worship, and second, Councillor Gilchrist, all those in favour? Against, so moved. We'll drop that down now to 7.4, Terrain District Holdings quarterly report on page 350. And again, so who's actually this?
Oh, look, through you, Mr. Chair, I can take the report as read. Take the report as read and respond to any questions. Again, it goes up to the end of March, so I suppose the salient point there is that most of the report is pre-COVID events.
Indeed, yeah. Okay, so the floor will go to Councillor Clinton.
Peter, I hope it's a Freudian slip, but Ian on his final paragraph says the showground sale and purchase agreement is still in the unconditional phase.
Sorry, yeah, sorry, and I had noted that and need to correct. I think he does refer rightly to that it's still in the conditional phase. You're quite right. Yeah, as well. It's the last sentence. Because sometimes, as I say, the most important, the most difficult word is, not should it not be there, should it be there. That's quite good.
Yeah, it's very good, those skills in your space. Councillor Bill.
Well, I just noted in the interest under the showgrounds there, it's sort of a round number. Net interest charges generally aren't round numbers. Is that just a contribution for the account?
So when the showgrounds was bought, there was a loan taken out over that facility, so it's effectively that share of it, for the $16 that is borrowed for the showgrounds. So none of that loan has been paid off because there's been no income generated by showgrounds at this stage. So that will be paid off on the new sale of that showgrounds.
Based on 6,360,000 interest and that's paying almost 7%. So is that more money or is that just for the 6 months?
So the overall weighted average is about 4%, so there needs to be some adjustment between the classifications of the whole interest, or that'll be part of the NGU.
I guess 4% would mean that 360,000 is almost 9 million. Would that be more? 9 million. 360,000 interest.
Yeah, so the total debt at the moment for PHL is just under that 12 million mark. So.
Thank you. Any further questions? Okay, if that's something up to move, we accept that quarterly reports. So, Gilchrist and Councillor Wills, those in favour? Against? So moved. Thank you. Okay, so we don't we have no absolute business under the minor nature, and the other paper will be discussed in the council meeting after this. So in terms of timing, worship, are we going to take lunch now and come back into that council meeting?
No, just keep it on. Is everyone happy with that? Is it Dave here?
Yeah, we'll do that. Very good. So you want to take out the chair for you? Yeah, exactly. So we'll call the meeting to an end. It's now this one. Thank you very much.